Welcome back, guys, to another LEGO Star Wars video. This is going to be my top 7 worst LEGO Star Wars battle packs ever made. I did a top 7 since I genuinely think there are just 7 bad battle packs out of like the 24 there are altogether. I really only think there's about 7 that are bad. And let me just, a quick disclaimer, bad battle pack is pretty much just, a battle pack's meant to be an army builder. At least they used to on the boxes, they used to put the word army builder, so you could build your army, and or, battle packs used to be something where, you can get 2 of this guy, 3 of that guy. It's just stuff that you needed. The earlier battle packs were all stuff that you needed, but as I'm going to get into, some of these newer battle packs definitely just aren't that needed. I could definitely do without. So, let's go on to number 7, guys. These top 2 are kind of nitpicky a little bit, I guess. The number 7 is the 75206, the Jedi and Clone Troopers battle pack. This one's just now coming out. People are finding it. It's supposed to be coming out later in April. And pretty much, my gripe about it is just not an army builder. It's just what is the actual point of having Barriss and Ki-Adi-Mundi in there? I just don't understand. Like, the 2 clone troopers, I'd been fine if you would have put those 2 clone troopers in, a clone officer, and like 2 other kind of stupid, clone people. But it's just, no one's gonna need those Barrisses or those Ki-Adi-Mundis. And it's just, in my opinion, it's just not that like eye appealing for a battle pack. It's just not, because like, I would have rather gotten any other type of clone, and then again, even like a clone officer. I just feel like it would have looked more like a battle pack. People would have bought it more. And now those Barrisses and Ki-Adis are going to be $3 on Bricklink, and no one's going to want them. And it's just not what a battle pack is meant to be. It's the same with number 6, guys. A 75198, the Tatooine battle pack. I just see no point. We got Jawas already in the escape pod thing. Sand crawlers and stuff. If you really want to get an army of like 5-6 Jawas that are like $4, one came in the advent calendar. It's just, I didn't really need 2 more Tusken Radar, and then an astromech droid. Who needs 20 astromech droids? Tusken Radar was cool, don't get me wrong. I really do enjoy how they do Tusken Radar, since that's not like an easy, as easy to obtain a bunch of them. So 1 Tusken Radar is not bad. But even if they would have done like, I would rather them have done 2 Tusken Radar, 1 Jawa, and even like a Gaunt droid, maybe, I guess. I don't know what else they could have done there other than just not do it. Or if the vehicle or the build would have been a Bantha, right then, that would have sold it. I would have already had it by now, but I'm not going to buy that battle pack at retail. I'm going to eventually probably get 1 for the figures, get 1 set of them, and then that'll be about it. Moving on to the top 5, guys, which these are genuinely just why battle packs, like, altogether just really bad in my opinion. This top 5, 75079, the Shadow Troopers, just again not needed. I don't need an army of Shadow Troopers and Shadow Guards. I never planned on needing 20 of them. Again, it would be something cool if they were in a $30 set, 1 of each. The Royal Guards, maybe two in a set. But the Shadow Troopers, they weren't even like Shadow Troopers. They were like dark gray troopers. So in my opinion, just I didn't really see a point. The build wasn't anything special. It was decent, but it wasn't anything crazy. Number 4, guys, the 75132, the First Order battle pack. This is the first one that came out in 2015. A lot of people complained about it. People were happy they were able to get a First Order Stormtrooper in there, but tons of people were trying to get just those and then sell the rest of the set. That was a big kajumble back in the day. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they knew how to do it right. They made money off of it. I'm not gonna lie, Lego made a ton of money off the battle pack. But looking back, and even at the time, people were just pissed off that they just couldn't have 2 and just army build their their First Order army. They just couldn't army build using that battle pack, and that's what battle packs are meant to be. Number 3, guys, has to be the 75088, the Senate Commando Troopers battle pack. This was one that again, it's like, for me at least, it's not really that bad. But people have really complained about it though, so I'm putting a little bit higher up because I've heard complaints more about this one than some of these other ones. But I personally do like the Senate Commandos. But again, like, even in the Clone Wars, they were only shown in groups of like no more than 8. I think even like in the Clone Wars, or the end of the first season, when Cad Bane attacked the temple, or whatever, not the temple, the Senate building. There was like, I think 8 out on the landing deck thing, and then there was like 8 that went in that room. I mean, they went in like squads like 6 or 8. So I mean, I guess to some extent, I mean, like there was plenty of Senate commandos. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's probably thousands in the Grand Army, but even though they're not clones, but just probably thousands throughout the Republic, or at least a couple hundred. So at least it wasn't something like that where there's only like a couple of them, ever made. So I mean, you could argue again that they were fine, but I feel like they weren't needed in a battle pack. Something like, if they would have done like 2 Senate commandos and then 2 like Coruscant riot troopers, like kind of like the Coruscant riot trooper guards, I guess, like were like Fox controls, like with like the shield and like the baton. If they would have done like 2 of those and 2 Senate commandos, like kind of like the security battle pack, like Republic security battle pack, that's what they could have called it. 2 of each, and it would have been a lot better. I mean, that would have been awesome. So that's my number 3. Number 2, guys, has to be the 8015, the Assassin Droids Battle Pack. It's cool how it came with 5 droids. I mean, again, it was back in the day, and it came out with Clone Walker Battle Pack too, so you can't hate it too much, but it's just a fact to that. I mean, it's just not a good battle pack, since you didn't need 5 Assassin Droids, or, you definitely didn't need 50 of them. If they would have came out with the Assassin Droid in, Cad Bane Speeder, maybe like General Grievous's Starfighter, possibly something like that, but at least on Cad Bane Speeder, I mean, there's one with them, so I mean, I don't know why they couldn't have just maybe done like two in that set and then just kind of called it a day on them, since that would be done, and then just use the Assassin Droids battle pack slot for like more of a droid battle pack, since I mean, to pair up with the Clone Walker battle pack, I mean, that was never in the Clone Wars, but I mean, to compare with like that, I mean, you could have another kind of normal droid battle pack. You'd have back in the day, they could have had like 2 regular droids, a super battle droid, and a commando droid. That could have been a pretty cool battle pack for the for the Clone Wars, since we saw commando droids in the Rookies episode 5. Supers and battle droids have always been around Star Wars, so I feel like that could have been something better for that. The side by side of the Clone Walker battle pack for the Clone Wars, but not what we got. We got the stupid Assassin Droids battle pack, so that's my number 2. Moving on, number 1, guys, has to be the 75089, the Geonosis Troopers Battle Pack, and I've talked about this for years. I really have. I mean, I don't get why they made it. Neither of those clone troopers are even canon. Like, neither of those ever existed in any books, in any EU or anything, and just like, in my opinion, I think the box art looks pretty ugly, dude. That's like gross looking set. If I'm being serious, like the colors and stuff, and like mixed like the darkness of the box, like I don't know, dude. It just doesn't do it for me. I got a couple of them way back in the day for the Geonosis mock, but I ended up not using those. And when I do Geonosis now, I'll be using the 212th clones. So I'm not even touching those Geonosis troopers. I think it's just an ugly battle pack, an ugly design, and I think I've only got 1 of each of the clones left in my collection just to have them. But I sold the rest. I got my money's worth out of them. I think I got 2 of the walkers still. I'm looking on my shelf. Yeah, I got 2 of the walkers still. I wouldn't mind selling another one of those and just keeping 1. But yeah, I mean, I just don't see a point. I mean, if they were to do a Geonosis battle pack, I think I was talking about it in some type of video, they could have done a 212th clones, a Geonosis, ARF Trooper, and a Commander Jet Trooper, like the Sonic Trooper, whatever those are, that Ki-Adi-Mundi led in the Geonosis battle in the Clone Wars. So, I mean, there's pretty much my top 7, guys. I mean, I want to do 7 since, I think these 7 battle packs are genuinely the only ones that are, like, on the worst side. I mean, like, literally, all the other battle packs I'm going through now all have some sort of meaning or kind of work together. I mean, some people kind of don't like the Clone Trooper versus Droidicas, but I still think that was a pretty good battle pack. I mean, you got clones. Droidicas weren't the best, but they were still Droidicas. You got a good build that actually kind of represented something. Of course, all the other clone battle packs, some good ones. The 212th would probably being the best ever made. The newer First Order battle packs, not the greatest, but I'll cut them some slack. I mean, it's not that bad. At least you get 2 of the same trooper. The new Han Solo movie battle pack, that looks great. Just pretty much every other battle pack all just has a meaning, I feel. And pretty soon here I might maybe go back. Actually, I have a link. I'll put a link somewhere, maybe a card somewhere, if I remember, of the battle pack ideas video I made a couple months back, or like almost a year ago at the moment. Just kind of get my other ideas, or I might maybe revisit that video soon. Since I'm doing this, I might maybe revisit it maybe in a week or 2 and do some battle pack set ideas. So yeah, we'll see what I can do from there. But that's pretty much all for this video, guys. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. See you guys later. Bye.